Hello guys, welcome back to another lecture in this course. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss and talk about the Pandas library. So Pandas library, it is a Python library which is used to work with the datasets. Pandas, it gives you the ability as a data scientist to analyze your data, to clean the data, and to manipulate the data the way you want. So what we can do with Pandas, you can check the relationship or the core relationship between two variables or two columns, and you can check the maximum value. You can even plot a graph to see the representation of the given data. Pandas is very useful and it is important when you are dealing with the large data. And the long form for Pandas, it refers to panel data or Python data analysis. So Pandas is very important, and especially for data cleaning, deleting rows, it can perform all that. So in this video, we are going to look deep into Pandas. So you have to make sure that you have installed the library in your computer. But we have already installed the libraries that we are going to use in this course. So let us learn more about the Pandas. How do we use Pandas? We have to do first, we have to import the Pandas library in order for us to use Pandas. So let us say import Pandas. Okay, so after importing Pandas, is the PD, which stands for Pandas. And now we have to create a data set. Let us create a data set. We're not going to import a data set, but we're going to create a data set. For example, let us call this data set. This is a variable. So our variable is called the data set. Data set, this is our data set, is equals to, so we're going to store the following values in our data set. So let us put our first column. In this column, in Pandas, we work with dictionaries, and I'm sure that you're familiar on how we deal with the dictionary. So we start with a column. So let us say names here. So here, let us put a list of names. We put a square bracket to represent a list. Then our first name, Fanuel. Let us put another name. Let's say Peter. And our last name. This is just a demonstration. Here, let us put a quotation here. Right, another name, let us say John. Right, so this is the name that we have created. Now, these are the names. We can even decide to put the age. Let us put the age of these people. Let's say age. Age here, we're going to put a list of their age. This one, let's say 30. This one, 20. And 18. This is the list of their age. Now, after doing so, we have to make sure that we put this data in a data frame, because Pandas display its data in a table, and this table is called a data frame. So to print this data, we have to say data frame is equals to, then we call our Pandas, which we have put in initial as PD. So Pandas, which is PD dot, then we call our data frame like this. So we are passing our data set here. After passing our data set, we can now print. You can write print data frame. Then let us run our code. So what we did here, we have created a data set, this data set, and we have converted the data set to a data frame, as you can see here. Then we printed our data frame, and the data come in form of a data frame, which is in a table format, as you can see here. So the table format is our data frame. So you can see that the result above, the data frame is like a table with rows and column. if you want to factor out, maybe you want to extract this first row here, you just say data frame dot locate, then you pass the index, which is index 0. You pass the index here, then you run your code, so you'll be able to locate this file. Okay, so let us remove this bracket here. Let us run again. Okay, then, so here we have managed to locate this. As you can see, the name here it's funnel and the age it's 0. So we have managed to locate this. So if you want to locate data frame dot locate, let us say 1 or 2 and run, will be locating we'll be allocating John, as you can see. So here it was Fanuel 30, now it is John, as you can see, because here it's 0, 1, 2. So this is how you can extract data in a data frame, or you can extract data using Pandas. Now, there is something which is important that we need to do when dealing with Pandas, is to read your data, or to import data with Python. So when you go and make a survey and come up with your data, obviously you need to upload your data set so that you'll be able to perform data analysis or data science concept, so that you'll be able to apply the data science concept. So in Pandas gives you the ability to upload or to take in CSV file, which is comma separated values. So this is a simple way to store a large amount of data and be able to manipulate it using Pandas. What you need to do, so we are going to import here, let us call it data frame is equals to pandas dot read underscore CSV. So this function will enable you to read CSV files in your project, to put CSV files in your project. So now let us go to our desktop. So I have uploaded these CSV files. You can choose any CSV file that you want to work with, and you can see what you can do. So we are going to use this CSV file, student performance. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going on the ribbon here, and I'm going to copy this part. Then I'm going back to my Jupyter notebook, and I'm going to paste this. So what I need to do, these are forward slashes. It won't read well. So let us see. Put backward slash on each and every forward slash, remove and put it backward slash, like what I'm doing here. Put backward slash, okay, like this. So now what we need to do is to print our data frame. So you can either write data frame like this, and you run your code, or you can type print data frame. Either way, your code still runs. Right, as you can see now, we can actually see our data here. We have 8 columns. So what you can do to shorten the data or to inspect few rows, what you can do, you just call your data frame here dot head. Okay, this code will make you only see few. Okay, let us see. Let us specify the number of rows that we need is only 5. We need only 5 rows. So as you can see here, we have only 5 rows, and we have minimized the number of rows that we want to display. So this is how we display data using Pandas. So you should know how to import the data that you have gathered into your project, so that you can perform proper analysis. Okay, you can even check the correlationship between the data. You can even check the maximum value, the minimum value. You can filter even this first row if you want to filter. For example, let us do, we say data frame here dot locate. So here we will locate this first row, as you can see here. This is our first row that we have located. As you can see here, bachelor standard none, female 72, 72. This is what we have extracted. So you can extract the data that you are looking for, anything, you can do proper analysis. So this is all for Pandas. So Pandas is very good and it is very simple to use. If you want to check the last rows, the last 5 rows or the last 10 rows in your data frame or in your data, you just do DataFrame dot tail. Okay, this will enable you to see the last rows in your table. As you can see here, I said I have 1000 rows, so these are the last 5 rows. So Pandas is very convenient and it is very good for data manipulation, for data analysis, and for data cleaning. It is very good if you want to see some data are missing or not. So we'll be doing this in the future lesson, but in this lesson I wanted to introduce you to Pandas and to know how Pandas, and give you a general overview of how to use Pandas. I think this is all for this lesson. Thank you for watching. See you on the next lecture. Bye bye.